Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Well, today we're going to be servicing the Subaru Wrx STi here. So I've got a couple of products that I just want to show you. We've got the Nulon 5W30 engine oil, which was recommended for the Subaru Wrx STi on their website. I've just got a Nulon petrol injection additive here, engine oil flush, and an upper engine cleaner for the inlet manifold. Subaru genuine oil filter and Subaru genuine washers. Alright, so before we start going, dropping the engine oil, it's well known in the Subaru game that these inlet manifold ports, they block up or they can carbon up. So before we drop the engine oil, we're just going to do a bit of maintenance on the inlet manifold. So we got this Nulon upper engine cleaner spray, which we are going to spray into this vacuum line here. So we're going to spray into there and hopefully all the chemicals go into these little inlet ports here, and we'll wait 5 minutes before we start her up, and then we'll give it a rev and hopefully blow all the shit out. Alright, so we got the cleaner here. Just give it a shake. Alright, we're going to go disconnect this line here. Just feed the little red tube up there like that. We're just going to give it a spray. We're just going to empty about half of it in there. Let's give it another shake. See, that's foamy stuff. That's what you want inside there. So we're just going to keep giving it another shake. So it foams up, and then hopefully it eats away all any carbon that's built up in that manifold there. See that? Alright, so I'm just gonna empty this can, half a can in there, and I'll get back to you. Alright, so I've just emptied half the can in there, so we're just gonna give it a rev now. So we gotta start the car. The car's gonna splutter a little bit. So we just want to give it a couple of revs just to blow all the stuff out. Alright, so after we started it up, gave it a couple of revs, we switched it off, just let the chemicals work. So now we're gonna spray the rest of the can in the inlet while the car is running. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put something on the accelerator pedal just to keep the revs up, and then I'll go into the engine bay and we'll spray the rest of the chemicals in there. Alright, so I've got my apprentice there. I'm just gonna go into the engine bay now. Alright, so I've emptied the can out. Just remember to put the vacuum line back. You can just give it a couple of revs and it'll blow all the crap out. But I'm actually going to take it for a nice drive, heat up the engine oil, and then yeah, I'll come back and drop the oil. Alright guys, we're back home. Just took the car around the block, just gave it a couple of hits to blow all the carbon out. So we're ready to drop the oil now, but before we do that, I'm just going to add this Nulon engine oil flash into the engine oil. Just run it for 5 minutes, just let it circulate whilst I jack up the car and put it on jack stands, and then we'll drop the oil. Alright, so we've added the flash, so we just get started up again. Clutch in. So we're just gonna let this idle for about 5 minutes while I jack up the car and put it on jack stands. Alright guys, now that we've got the STi safely on jack stands, we'll just go ahead and take the under tray off so we can drop the engine oil. Okay, so we're under the car here. Pretty much got, looks like a 12 there, 12 up here, and then we got a couple of these clips up here on the side here, and then I've got a 12 at the back and a couple of those clips also at the back, which we'll take out. I'll just show you. I'll just go grab some tools. So these are pretty tricky and they break easy, so you pretty much just want to separate the tab, and they always break, so it's good to have a spare clips. I'll just show you what they look like. They look like that, so you sort of just want to get a screwdriver in there and separate it up. These break really easy, so it's really handy to have a couple of spares of these. So there's another 3 that I'll get rid of, and then we can take the under tray off. Alright, so all the clips and the 12mm nuts are off now. Yeah, always push them away so you don't kick them, lose them. Alright, the under tray is loose. So we've just got this clip at the back here. This white one here, you just sort of lift up this white one and this white one over here. So we just take those off. Pretty much just tabs like that. That's what they look like. Yeah, just to hold the back up. Yeah, I'll put those with these guys, and then the under tray is off. I left one nut on just so that the under tray doesn't fall on my head,
when I'm taking those back clips off, because I've done that before and it's off. Okay, the under tray is off, and there's the sump plug, and that is the oil filter. So we just gotta get our oil filter tool on that, and just lefty loosey, righty tighty, and then this one here will just take that. So I'll go get my my oil drain pan and my oil filter removal tool. Alright, so I got my pan here. It's a 17mm. You can use a ratchet or with a socket or just the spanner. I'm just going to use the spanner. Just crack it. Okay, so I've just gone ahead and loosened the oil filter with my tool here. If you haven't seen this tool before, it's like a little claw. So it just goes on like that with your ratchet, and it pretty much just grips it, and then you just turn it, and then it will loosen it. So yeah, that's a nice little tool. I like that tool. Okay, so once that's finished, dripping, we're just going to give the surface a bit of a clean, a bit of a wipe with a clean rag, just so that the new seal, oil filter seal, sits on nice and there's no leaks. So that's pretty much it right there. We'll go get our new oil filter, genuine oil filter. Just take the seal off. Some say you don't have to oil them, this new seal, because they got a little bit of oil on them, but I just like to do it because that's the way that I was taught. So you get a bit of fresh oil, put a bit of oil on the seal. Alright, now we're going to spin the new oil filter. On the housing. Alright, so new oil filter's on. I'm going to go ahead and put the sump plug with the new washer in, put the under tray back on, and then we'll fill it up with engine oil. Alright guys, under tray is on, so I guess we'll just jack the car back down, take the stands out, and then we'll put the engine oil in. I always leave the dipstick up to let me know that there's no engine oil in there. That's yeah, that's what a lot of the mechanics do at the service centers. So I'll just jack it down. Okay, so we're about to put the engine oil in. Just gotta get the funnel, which is over here. Okay, engine oil. And I'll just show you a tip, how to tip the engine oil without you spilling it everywhere. Alright guys, I'm just going to show you a quick tip on how to properly tip oil without oil going everywhere. So don't do it like this. See how it's making waves like that? You gotta go sideways like this. And that will be a nice little stream. No waves.
checked the engine oil. It's all good. It's up to the point where it needs to be. So anything left is to take it for a test drive, make sure there's no lights, and then we're all good to go. Almost forgot one last thing, the Nulon petrol injection cleaner. So we'll just go ahead and add it into the fuel tank here. Alright, so the engine oil is changed, the oil filter, we put the petrol injection cleaner in it, we did the upper engine clean. So what that's left now is just to take the car around the block, make sure it performs like an STi should. Okay, so we just pulled out of the driveway. Just take the Wrx STi for a quick run around the block. Make sure there's no engine lights. So far so good. Nothing like fresh engine oil in a car. Yeah, the car loves it. Not sure if you guys, if I mentioned, but I'm actually a qualified mechanic. Yeah, I did mechanics for about 12 years, and then yeah, just recently, well, you can say retired, I guess. Just went on a new adventure. Yeah, but I absolutely love this car. I can't choose between the Evo and the STi. Yeah, they're both really, really good cars in their own little way. I'll do a review on this car in yeah, when I get a chance, I guess. Just a little bit busy at the moment. So if you want to see that, you're gonna have to like and subscribe. So it feels like it's pulling a lot better now. Must be that upper engine cleaner that we sprayed into the inlet manifold. Maybe it was a little bit clogged, who knows. So it's, yeah, it's definitely performing like an STi should. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, I like doing these little how-to videos. I hope you guys learned a little bit, learned some tips and tricks, and yeah, that's it for this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.